All right, and we're live. Okay, this is lesson 23. Lesson 23. Wow, we made it. Okay, so part 2, the 5 assumptions is that whole chart that we went over, which I will show you. It is this. You guys all have that, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's number 1. Number 2A is the alternative, or the hypothesis. The null is equals 0, and the alternative is does not equal 0. Let alpha be 0.05. State the test statistic is 22.675. D is reject the null. E, is there sufficient evidence to suggest that there is a linear relationship between head and body length? And number 3, the 95% confidence interval is 6.704, and then 8.096. And then the 95% confidence interval for the true slope of the line of regression is 6.74 and 8.096. And that's it. You guys got all those? Have any questions?
We're good.
No? Okay. Is that at your house?
Yeah.
My printer's kind of, I don't know what my printer's doing, but it's trying to print something. I'm not real sure what, but it's freaking out on me again. I'm having all the technology issues this week. My computer, I had to update my computer last night. I thought I lost everything. I'm like, no, I'm freaking out. So, I digress. I think we're all feeling the stress, and I think we should go ahead and do the group meeting for lesson 24.
Mhm. I always tell one if I drank, this would be a day I would do it. Oh, that's where I'm at right now.
I can't remember. This is what we don't get to see the results of this, or no, we do, or we don't. I can't.
We do.
We do.
No, this we do. The homework we don't.
Okay. You think that I would have figured this out after 23? Apparently.
It's okay, Mark. We're all stressed out, right?
You know what? It's one of those weeks. Let's just all have it on record.
Yep.
And is Brownie up here, buddy, or is he downstairs?
I'm saying goodnight to the kids. To do Bentley's hair quick. Hold on.
Go get Brownie. Is he in the front room or is he downstairs?
He's on his bed.
Who's Brownie?
It's his blanket.
I know that a lot of brown things laying on her desk that she's been nibbling on today.
Oh yeah, I want one of those.
My Tootsie Rolls, you mean? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, we want your Tootsie Rolls.
Okay, so we're going to do group meeting 24. Mine's still opening.
I think it's
Are you guys there already?
23.
I'm there. I'm trying to download the file that we'll need. We'll need the math self-efficacy data.
Yeah, I'm
that one again?
Wait, where?
For the group work, you're going to need the math self-efficacy data file opened up in SPS.
Okay, can you take this?
Alright, mine should be opening. Group meeting 23. There's 14 questions.
I think we also need the. Oh, never mind.
And the crocodile one, yeah.
I don't think we need it. I think they just need to know the dependent variable, which is y, which is the body.
Bottom
Jeanette, we're on number 13.
Great. Mine's not my data. It's even opening up so I can even get the file.
Good ahead. Okay.
So it's crazy at bedtime. Sorry, guys.
You're fine. It's dinner time at my house. And mutual. I'm skipping again.
This isn't even pulling up. Come on.
Number 3, C, isn't it? Yeah. 3 is C, guys.
Is a telephone number considered to be quantitative? I guess it.
Oh, he talked about that.
I know, but I don't remember what he said.
Yeah, I don't either.
It is numbers, but it's category, right? Because it's a telephone number.
Yeah, it wouldn't be quantitative. There's no math in it.
There's no what in it?
Like there's no numerical data in it. I mean, it's just the category of what type of phone number you have.
So it's just A is number 2 is A.
Number.
Which
What?
quiz are you guys on?
Where are you at? Are you on lesson 23 group meeting?
Oh no, I'm not.
No.
That's
Are you
wrong.
on 24?
I'm in 24. Yes. What are you guys talking about? See, that doesn't make sense. You know, that's the whole week I'm having, seriously. And I have, tomorrow's going to be crammed too, you know. I'm running kids everywhere because it's summertime. And it's finals week, well, pretty much. Finals week and a half for me, I guess.
And she's speaking on Sunday.
And I'm speaking on Sunday.
No, thank you.
Residual.
Alright, you ready, Jeanette?
It's the BYU data is still not opening up for me. But, I mean, yeah, let's just go to 4, and hopefully by that time it will be opened, I guess. Okay, so number 4, a residual is the difference, C, the difference between B naught and B, or beta, what is it, beta and beta 1?
No, the residual was the difference between the observed Y and predicted Y.
Oh yeah, I wrote that down.
You know what, I guess it could be, that's tricky because beta 0 is the Y-intercept.
And the slope.
Is the
Yeah.
slope. But,
Yeah, well, I have it down. Residual equals observed Y minus predicted Y.
yeah, I remember that definition. That's tricky. I wonder if both of those answers are right.
We can only pick one.
Well, yeah, I remember the definition being, that's what I clicked in. I remember that was the word.
Oh my goodness. Okay, number 5. A plot of residuals supports using linear regression when
So the residuals are supposed to not have a pattern, right?
Yeah,
Right.
it's the megaphone one.
What the residuals?
I think it's D.
Let me see.
Yeah, it has to be D. Because B is out, C is out. Wow, what is going on?
But do you see a pattern in the residuals?
The residuals is like all over the place.
Right.
So there wouldn't be a pattern. And the pattern is no megaphone shape. So it's not that one either. It has to be B. It has to be D. Okay, I'm gonna see if this is open yet. Oh, it is. Even my printer is not kind to me today. Okay, number 6.
Oh, this is that same one. The score is the confidence rating is the X.
I'm trying to remember how to do all of these different plots because there's like 9 of them that we have to make.
Right.
And some of them you only enter the y-axis one.
The residual is when you only enter the Y one.
Well, I'm doing that and it's not giving me a choice to make it.
What? Okay, hold on. Oh my goodness, I don't know what's going on with my printer. It just keeps printing stuff. There's nothing that I'm sending to it. Make me crazy. It won't turn off because there's a print job coming through, so it won't turn off. Or so it thinks anyways. So in the linear regression, we have gender score, confidence rating, and comments. The dependent is, or the, how does this go? See, this is what gets me, is what to put in. the score is a number, which would go in.
The score is the Y. This is the one I was asking him about earlier.
Yeah.
So the score is the Y because they put in their confidence rating first, and then they went and they did their scores.
So the score would be the dependent, and the gender would be the independent.
Well, if you just remember it, the explanatory variable is the explanatory variable x-axis. It tells you confidence data is the x-axis, and the response variable is not the x-axis, so it's got to be the y-axis.
Say that again, Mark.
So the best way to tell if it's going to be x or y-axis on the plot is the explanatory variable is always the x-axis. And I remember that because explanatory variable has x in it.
X in it. Okay. Haha.
My thing is do you have to go through all of these steps on here? The regression, the residual plot, and the QQ plot of residuals? All right. Or is it, do you just have to pick one? I think that's my thing I struggle with, is knowing which one I start with.
What did you say?
For number 6.
I'm going to screen share, and then y'all can see where I'm at. Okay. Let me know when you can see it.
Okay.
I can see it.
Okay, so let me close this out and I'll show you what I did and show you the output. So analyze, regression, linear, and then the score is dependent on the confidence rating. And you go to statistics and you hit confidence interval and then correlations, continue, and then you save the unstandardized residual. And then for QQ plots, I already did this, so I had the residual, but every time that I put it in the y-axis, that goes away and I can't continue. So I don't know what to do about that. But then you say, okay, then where did my QQ plot go? Or my legacy dialog, scatter dot. That's not it. Okay. And then unstandardized residual, and then confidence rating. Did okay. So this is the residual plot, and that's what it looks like. So I put it's in between -40 and +25.
Okay.
And then based on the QQ plot for the residuals, what can you say about these residuals? I'd say the residuals are fairly normal because they don't follow any pattern. You know?
Yeah.
It looks pretty well scattered. But I can't remember how to do the other ones that I need. Okay, so given the scatter plot, residuals plot, I have the residuals plot and the QQ plot.
Well, that's that whole chart. Right? That's everything on that chart that we just did for... Okay. Let me go back and look them out. What plot are you having trouble getting, Mark?
I'm having trouble getting the QQ plot.
Okay, let me screen share. This is, can you see that? This is what I got for the QQ plot.
Or the unstandardized residual. See, I just got a QQ plot that looks different, but it's like a perfectly straight line. That was the unstandardized predicted value. Oh, that's why. Hang on, let me...
Yeah, because I have the unstandardized. That's what you're supposed to do, right? Am I doing it wrong?
I think it's going to be residual. Unstandardized residual.
Let me do it again.
No, that's the QQ plot. I guess I just don't remember how to make the graphs.
What was the x-axis again?
The x-axis is confidence.
It's confidence. Confidence. Okay, thanks. I'm going to do it all over again.
Go to descriptive, analyze descriptive statistics, and you can do a QQ plot there, Mark.
Unstandardized residual. Okay. Normal QQ plot of unstandardized residual. QQ plot of residual is close to the line for the most part, so that's residual is normally distributed. Residual plot, there's no megaphone shape.
Okay, so now I got the QQ plot. That's like almost everything's on that one line. Okay. Alright.
Here, let me show you what I got for my QQ plot, and we can kind of compare.
I got, okay. What'd you get?
I'm screen sharing now.
Yep, that's what mine looks like.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then did you
And
get
that's it, yeah.
the descriptive statistics? This should be where we get the information we need, isn't it? Or
Yeah.
like the B null and the B, what do you call it? 1 value? Beta 1 value?
What did you get for T? For your
T.
coefficient? Yeah, your T value? I got 12.424. My p-value is 0.00. My lower bound is 10.674. And my upper is 14.715.
1 second.
Okay. Sorry. I thought you were there.
For unstandardized residual, I didn't get a t-value.
It's underneath your. It's in your coefficients graph or chart, I guess.
You went to analyze descriptive statistics,
Mhm.
and then you went to descriptives.
Yeah. Well, I put in the residuals on the dependent list.
Why doesn't give me an option like independent and dependent? Or did you do analyze? Hang on.
Well, you could do analyze, descriptive statistics, explore, and then you would put in your residual in there, where your res 1, and then do your stats. Okay, and plots. Continue. Okay. Gets all crazy.
Okay, 1 second. Normality plots with tests. That's the one that I need to check. Okay, so my what did you ask what I got?
Into your coefficients. Chart wherever that went.
I don't have a coefficient. Hurt.
You have to click on, when you're running the report, you have to click on, I can't remember which button.
It's a screen share with you what I'm looking at. That. You guys see that?
Yeah.
See,
Coming.
my t-value is 12.424. My p-value is 0.000. My lower and upper bound. And my b is 12.695.
How did you get there?
I do all that in one. The analyze. I go to analyze, regression, linear, and then I put the independent and the dependent in, and then I go to statistics, and then I click on confidence interval correlation, and then I click save. And then I do predictive values and unstandard residuals, continue, okay. And then I do my residual plot and then my QQ plot. Cause
So just go in order.
Yeah, because I don't. If I do it all that one first step and I do everything in that one step, then you get all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then you don't have to keep on going back, and it's too many steps. I don't like that.
I'm just trying to figure out where you got your coefficient from. Linear.
Because when you go into analyze, regression, linear, and then when you put in your x and your y, then you go and click the statistics button on that,
Yeah.
and then you go in and you click what you want in that menu, and then you click save.
Yeah, because it says to click confidence interval, click correlation,
Yeah.
and then, continue
Click
and
all that
save.
stuff.
Descriptives.
Click predictive values and unstandardized residuals. All that.
Click all that stuff. Yeah.
I know that the SPSS video was a little bit more confusing this time than it normally is.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, so for our slope, it says that round 3 decimals, because the confidence interval for B1, this should be the data that you have right here pulled up. The next couple questions.
So the confidence rating mean, that's the variables that we're looking at?
I'm sorry, what was that, Mark?
When we're looking at the coefficient correlations chart, we're looking at the confidence rating mean section, right?
Correct. Yeah.
And that's the B, or the beta null value.
Yeah, that's a 12.695
Yeah.
is your B, and then your T is your T statistic, and your sig is your P value, and then you have your lower and upper bound for the 95% confidence interval.
So with that one, the lower and the upper, which one do you go by, the constant or the confidence rating mean?
You always go by the bottom. You go for the
Bottom.
confidence rating mean because that is taking in consideration the 12.695.
Yeah. Well, if you look down at question 10, because these are supposed to be our next answers, and those are close, but they're not quite right. That's why I'm like, okay, are we doing something wrong?
Oh, I haven't even looked that far ahead. Hold on.
Because it's all the same, because it's asking us for the estimate for the slope in question 9, and then question 10 is like the confidence interval
Yeah,
for
but
B1.
when we did our homework, the slope, what I got in SPSS
It's different.
is different than what I got like for number 3 in our well, actually not our homework, but our prep assignment. That was off as well, just by a couple of numbers.
Well, and I remember when we did ours freehand, it was different too.
Right.
So then it's just like, I don't know, which one do you put in? So, I mean, or for 10, do we just do A, even though it's not exactly right? It's close, but...
Well, how are we off? Because if we're off, then odds are we're going to get 9 wrong.
Yeah, that's my thought it as well. Because, well, and I don't know. You can't give us wrong answers, because then how are we supposed to know what the right one is to put in? So, you know what I'm saying? Like, if they're going to be off, that doesn't make any sense to me. Like, then how are you
I don't
supposed
know
to
why they're off.
one is?
I don't know how we could plug in these variables to get a different answer anyway, you know?
Yeah.
We could do it. We could change the x and the y axis and see what we get then.
Well, but I'm positive that the x and y axes are right.
Yeah, the X is confidence and the Y is the score.
I'm just saying we could do process by elimination.
I'm going to, yeah, regression.
I mean, because if you turn it around,
What if the dependent, we change it to residual, unstandardized residual for the new dependent, and then click OK.
Hey, it doesn't hurt to try.
okay, I'm gonna do it again and see if I can get something else.
Yeah, will you screen share? My SPSS is still freezing up on me. Of
Okay.
course. Yeah, there it is. Alert, error. Yeah, I think.
Oh, I should have asked them. Speaking of error, when I was doing my, I don't know if it was homework or whatever, but it said a big X. It says error cannot communicate with server, and it won't let me do anything. I'm like, oh, that's not good. Okay, can you guys see this then? What I'm doing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, regression. Linear.
Okay, and then so the confidence is X. So the confidence is the dependent. No,
Yeah, independent.
is independent. And the score is the dependent.
Yes.
And then I go into statistics.
Mm-hmm.
Continue.
And the residuals go on the y-axis, right?
Yeah. And the x was score.
I don't think you do. For this one, you don't put it in the x, right?
Yeah, you do.
You do put in the x.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you go to do the QQ pot, just analyze, descriptive statistics, explore.
And see, I have a little note on here that says put the residuals in the factor box. But then I also have a note that says residuals in dependent box. So
I have dependent box.
So I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm gonna have to go through that again.
Hang on.
I got the same thing.
You too? Oh yeah, for this from last time.
Yeah.
Okay, well then try to go back and try to put in the residuals in the factor box, just to see.
Okay. But residuals in the factor box, you said?
Yeah. Yeah.
It won't let me do
And
that.
Okay, so then now we know.
Yeah, I can't click OK to do that if I
Before,
do
did you
that.
click plots and normality plots with tests? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you do the plots?
Mhm.
Okay. Oh, click normality plots with tests. Did you do that? Because I didn't see you do that.
Where's normality plots with tests?
Go back into where you just were. Back to where you put the residuals in dependent box. Okay, so click on plots. And then, hold on, what's it called that?
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, click on that.
Okay. Okay, so there's my QQ. There's my unstandardized QQ. Well, look at the coefficient though. It still got the same stuff. The 12.695, and then the T is 12.424. Lower bound and upper bound is the same.
Great. Well, I mean, the closest thing to it would be A.
Yeah, I put A.
But for number 9,
10.674 and 14.715.
So, but for number 9, that's my concern.
Is 12.695. That's what I got anyways.
And then we're supposed to round to 3 decimals. That is 3 decimals. 12.695. Well,
What should we put for number 8? You suffer create a scatter plot of math given the scatter plot resistance.
For 8, I know it's the first 3,
yeah.
but I don't know because it says that the other 2 cannot be checked directly. It says you hope to see the x's should be measured accurately and precisely, which I guess they were because they have accurate, they have quantitative results for the confidence.
Right, but the lower and the upper bounds do not contain 0. So so if if the lower and upper bound contains 0, that means there possibly might not be a relationship between x and y, but there it's 10.674 and 14.715, and so it doesn't contain 0. So I'm going to go ahead and check the other two.
What did you put on 9? Was it the 12.695?
Yeah.
So you think
And 10,
for 8
and
you
10
you
is-
checked them all?
yeah, for 8 I checked them all, yeah. Number
Mhm.
10 is a
11 is B.
11 is B because the P is 0 basically.
12 is C. 13 is body length,
Yeah.
and 14 has got to be A.
Oh, yeah, that's what I just said.
All right, highest grade submits.
That's not me.
We are down to the final thing here.
But we have one more after this, right? Because we have to do
Yeah.
24, but...
My computer is going so slow.
My computer's going so slow. Oh, come on. My printer has a mind of its own.
Has anyone submitted?
Mine's not
No, I
letting
have
me.
not.
Mm-mm.
Go ahead.
Are you going to do it, Chansey?
Yep.
You want to go over the answers first?
Yes. True,
Okay.
true. C. 4 is B. 5 is D. 6 is A. 7 is C. 8 is all of them. 9 is 12.695. 10 is A. 11 is B. 12 is C. 13 B. 14 A.
Yep.
What I
Did you
got?
say for later?
Yes.
Okay.
93. We missed number. Dun, 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 dun. Jeanette, don't click those last two. Mark was right on the first 3. On number.
That's what my fear was too. Like, because I remember him saying something about those in the video, so I was like, oh, I'm not sure about those ones. So I think that's all we got wrong then.
Yeah, that's all.
Just number 8? Okay.
Just number 8. That's it.
It must
Sorry,
be
thank you.
number 10 is a typo, like in the answer key.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Number 10?
Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause
That
that's
one.
It had the
The lower
different,
number.
the different, what do you call
Oh,
it? Interval?
yeah. Okay, we're done. I can stop recording then?
yeah.
Yes.
That's it, right? Okay, I'm
Mhm.
stopping recording. All right, great job, everybody.